My name is Evans Chirwa. I'm a professor in chemical engineering at University of Pretoria, and I'm also a Rand Water Chair in Water Utilization Engineering, a funded chair by Rand Water. My field of expertise is in water engineering, mostly dealing with water treatment. We work on technologies for treating poor quality water, such as converting water from seawater to drinking water, even sewage to drinking water in future. And if you have very poor quality water, you can convert that water to drinking water. I chose this field because South Africa has got very low rainfall. We are in a low rainfall zone of the world, so our water resources are not plenty. So we need more technologies to create more water for drinking. So I'm originally from Malawi. I grew up in a district called Lilongwe, mostly from the rural areas. It's called Ngwangwa village. While growing up, my family did not have a lot of income, and also the kids that I grew up around with did not have a lot of income. But the families in those areas, they raise their kids as if it's one whole family, one village. So we never really went without food, but paying for school fees was a challenge most of the times. In our area, we did not have running water. That's also one of the motivations why I started thinking about taking a career in creating water, enough water resources for us in cities and also for people in rural areas. Where I grew up, we fetched water from the rivers. So from there, I went to the United States after finishing college to study for civil engineering at University of Kentucky. Then I came to South Africa in 2003 to join the University of Pretoria as a professor in chemical engineering. So I have civil engineering background and also chemical engineering background. The works in civil engineering that relate to water, the water treatment itself, taking water from the river, treating it and supplying it to the cities or towns. That requires pipelines, and also you require to build dams to store the water in order to supply the water. And after you use the water, it becomes sewage. So civil engineering works also deals with cleaning up the sewage before you put it back into the environment. Chemical engineers, we do the same things in terms of treating water, but we look at the processes inside. So if you want to add chemicals to water to kill bacteria, that is part of chemical engineering. To degrade pollutants in water, you will use technologies like nanotechnology. We hope in future to take these particles and use sunlight or other sources of energy to split water to create hydrogen gas. If we do that, we'll be able to create a fuel for future cars where we need hydrogen to drive cars. Then we can save the planet because we have to stop putting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. We're trying nowadays not to train people in college, for example, to be employed. We want you to create jobs in future. So we need entrepreneurs. So technology is where most of the entrepreneurial work. The entrepreneur means you're gonna start your own business, your own company, and employ others. So if you are good with technologies, you can be an employer in future. I enjoy my work, especially the research. When we do research, we set up experiments, and then we struggle, then we find some new knowledge or some process that no one has ever done before for treating water. That is very exciting. And also, one of the most enjoyable things is when you see students that came in, did not know much, and you see them graduate you realize that you have touched that individual, you have impacted on that individual the whole of their life.